Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another video review. This time I'm doing something a bit different. As you can see behind me, or in this backdrop, I do have my current line of SH figure arts, but right now that's not important. What's important is I'm going to start reviewing the deluxe Kamen Rider belts and accessories. And I'm going to start it off by the first one that I got, which is Deca Driver from Kamen Rider Decade. And as you can see, very nice representation of Kamen Rider Decade's belt all the way around. And the Ridebooker too, of course. And yeah, it's the design of the belt is based around a camera similar to the rest of the photography motif that was going on behind Decade. And just nice belt all the way around. As you can see, just to get this out of the way, yes, this is a DX belt, and no extensions, no nothing. It is on there. I can breathe. I can talk to you guys very well, very clearly, and I'm just that thin, I guess. But anyways, you're not here to listen about that. You're here to listen about the belt. And yeah, again, it's based off of a camera. We've got the little lens piece right here, and a button on top, which is to unlock it, but you actually have to take it out and do that. And that button to unlock it just basically makes it so you can take this off for the K-Touch phone, which I do not have. And it allows you to put the batteries in, which are right there, and it takes 2 AAA batteries. So just put that back on. And not really much else to talk about the Decade belt. I mean, it's got these nice buttons, or these nice little lights right here, I guess, but they don't light up or anything, which is there for detail. We've got blue, red, and green, and then blue, red, and green. I don't know why it goes this way, like in the same order. I don't know why they couldn't have just blue, red, and green, or like in the show or on Decade's SH figure arts, just have them all white. But no big deal. And just to let you guys know, this is the Korean version. I did get the Korean version mostly because I liked the whole, it's got the show accurate cards. And it was a lot cheaper than the Japanese version. And yeah, so here is the Decade's Ridebooker. As you can see, a very nice, again, representation of his book from the show. And to get this thing turned on, we're going to start off with the electronics in this first because it's much easier to get to. There's a red switch right there. Turn it on and you instantly hear this motorcycle noise. And to open it up, there's this tiny button right here that you push. And then it opens up and then reveals the cards. And as you can see, I've got Decade's cards right here, and then all the other 9 Heisei Riders right in here. And yeah, that's about it. And now it's time to demonstrate both of these off. And to take this thing off and back on, it comes with this little clip piece right here. All you do is you take this, or you have the Ridebooker go sideways, and then you take this piece and you slide that in there and then rotate it down, and then it just stays on. It's not coming out until you turn it around like that. So, and now on to the electronics for the belt. There's a switch on the underside of the belt right there that you just turn on, and as you can see, the lights turn on and it makes the confirmation on sound. And also another thing I forgot to point out was all of the rider emblems on the belt. You got, and the little flash lens, or the little flash thing for the camera look again. But you got Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Braid, Hibiki, Kabuto, Deno, and Kiva. Which, sorry if I screwed up those pronunciations, but like English and then Japanese pronunciations were wanting to come through at the same time. So, in order to get this thing working, we're going to take it and open it up. Take a card out, and we're going to start with Decades. So, all you do is just pull it out of the Ridebooker, and it makes that motorcycle sound. There's a button right here that it hits, and it comes out. So then, here's a Decades card. Again, it is show accurate. It only says Masked Rider Decade, and there's not a bunch of numbers and silly writing on there. And then, so to transform, you just take the card. Henshin! And now you are Kamen Rider Decade, as pronounced by the belt. And as you can see, the light stays on for a while, and you can still see the rider symbol, the rider's symbol in there after you close up the belt. And very nice, very awesome gimmick. I do love this one. Now, of course, Decade's not the only one this knows. This is a very, very awesome toy. We're going to get into the other 9 Heisei Riders. I'm going to go ahead and get them out of my belt, and hopefully this thing won't screw up. And we are going to start off No Fear, No Pain, Kamen Rider Kuga. Very nice looking card. Again, there's the Kuga symbol. Just put that in. And then we have Kuga's Henshin sound, which is very nice. I do like how the Kuga sounds in this one. And if excuse me. And it's a great alternative to getting Kuga's Henshin sound if you don't want to buy one of the crummy-ish, I guess, Legend Rider belt, or you don't want to sell body parts to get a decent deluxe Kuga belt that won't even fit most people. So, anyways, on to the next rider. We have Agito, which, again, very nice looking. And as you can see in the background, you can also see their symbols on their cards. Although for Decades it was kind of hard to make out except for a bunch of bars. So, the back. And it also says Kamen Ride, Masked Rider Agito. So, oh, and if you do something wrong, it makes that beeping noise, which for some reason my Agito card likes to do a lot. And then there's Agito's Henshin sound, and yeah, it does sound cut off, but I really don't think I think it's supposed to sound like that. I'm not sure, though. Next, now I'll just fly through these without really going through very much discussion. Ryuki. Again, another nice one. Faiz. blade.
Kamen Rider. Blade.
Hibiki, which looks actually really cool on this card. Oh, there it screwed up. And of course it's not gonna want to do Hibikis. When I was just thinking about when I was doing blades, I was thinking, ooh, hey, this thing hasn't bugged out on me yet since Guiteau. Come on, not now, during the review even. Stupid thing. There it goes. It's also awesome how the lights correspond to the sounds. It's not just a bunch of random flashing lights or anything. They gradually go on and do the same kind of thing that you would expect it to go with the sounds. Now, Kabuto.
Kamen Rider. Kabuto.
Another really cool sounding one. One of my personal favorites, Den-O. And then the last Heisei Rider that we have, Kiva, which my card has actually sustained quite a bit of damage. Because before I had the Ridebooker, these kind of just sat around wherever I set the belt, and some of them got lost in a couch. And I had to dig through the couch. So, Kiva. And there's all the Heisei Riders that we have. And just to let you guys know, it does, just the Korean belt, only thing they changed was the cards. The belt is the same exact thing as the Japanese one. It could still read the Ganbaride cards or any of the Japanese ones as I do have Ichigo and Nigo, or Rider 1, Rider 2, however you want to say it. And so let's just throw Rider 1 in there. And then for all the Showa Riders, it just has that same standard noise. So yeah, that's it for the belt. Now to finish up the review for the Ridebooker. And as you know, this is the primary weapon for Decade. It's not just a fancy book that holds the cards like O's medal holder, which is very... So, anyways, also first go through the detail. Very nice silver paint with white border around it and a black stripe going through, and a very nice pink Decade symbol. On the back, just the stripe and everything else, no Decade symbol. A tiny little green metallic piece right there, which is not needed but still looks pretty cool. And that's about it for paint. Everything else is just molded on black. So, in order to get this to gun mode, there is a button right in there, as you can see. And you just take your thumb, push it, and move it one tier over. And then we have the Ridebooker in gun form, which, holding down the trigger right there, right where my thumb is, if you can see that, will do a blast noise. Now, this toy is a little cheap with the sound effects. If you just tap the button or don't hold it down long enough, you have the slash noise for the sword, which we'll demonstrate now. Just push the button again. Now this time rotate it all the way out. Get underneath here, fold this piece out, and then fold this piece out. And there we have the Ridebooker in slash form. Now, this is disappointing. I mean, it's supposed to be a full-fledged sword. This is hardly even a kitchen knife. I mean, it's a kitchen knife with a very long handle, pretty much. And again, for slash, just tap the button and then that way you get the slash sound effect. And it does come with one of the cards for Decade. It comes with this Attack Ride card, which is used in the show as Attack Ride Slash, but this one just generalizes all the attack rides. So let's go put this through the belt. And there we have it. The deluxe Decade belt and Ridebooker. If you guys are into Kamen Rider and want to get one of these belts, this was the first one I got simply because it was cheap and I couldn't really decide on which Rider belt I wanted. It was mostly just because of roleplay purposes. I also liked the fact that Decade could become the other riders, so I looked into it and I was like, you know what? Why not get all? And I just dropped Decade's Attack Ride card. So, I mean, in the Korean version, much cheaper than the Japanese version, and the only thing they change is the cards, because you could actually read the Korean cards, which is fantastic. And I'm dropping more cards. Okay, gonna stop. Yeah, so if you guys want a rider belt, my best guess would be choose Decade. I mean, you can be any rider. I mean, as you can see, it goes through all the cards that comes with it, and then you can get the other rider cards from the Kamen Ride machine. You can get other Attack Ride cards, like the Attack Ride Ryuki or Attack Ride Z-Cross, but this one I'll show off because it's pathetic. Oops, and it messed up. Alright, I guess I won't show that one off. Or that one off either. So, anyways, very nice belt. Very good representation of what it looks like in the show. Also, one thing to note, it is one of the belts where there's only one clip to come off. Not on the other side though. It's just on the right side of the tip and belt. It just snaps on and stays secure by these two little clear buttons right here. And that's about it. That's all it needs. So, it is a very nice belt. It's just, it's kind of finicky because the cards can get easily damaged, but as long as you're careful, as long as you're careful, go ahead and get it. Just make sure you realize that these are actual cardboard cards, not plastic, unless you get the Japanese Super Best version that just came out for the superhero Tyson between Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. But other than that, you got to be careful with these cards. I mean, it is a very awesome toy, very awesome gimmick. It's just you don't want to ruin the cards, otherwise this will be very, very difficult to work, as you can see with some of the cards that I had. Now, again, of course, you don't like Decade, don't get the belt. Just go with a personal preference. But I highly recommend getting Decade's belt because it's a cheap, easy alternative way to go through all the rest of the Heisei Riders sound effects without having to spend a life's fortune getting all the different rider belts. So, this is Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys liked this video review. I know I kind of rambled on a bit, but it's just to get some things out of the way so that way you guys know what to expect in this belt, and the fact that it's just the fact that since it goes through all the different sound effects, you don't really need to get any of the other ones because you already have all the effects anyways. So again, this is Ratchet Reviews. Hope you guys like this video review, and I will see you again next time.